Good afternoon. I'm pleased to share that the number of cases reported today continues to show that we have flattened the curve. With only 2 new COVID-19 positive cases, we are on the right track to get this disease under control in Hawaii. This is the 5th day since the Safer at Home order went into effect, which allowed several businesses and activities to resume operating. This includes the opening of retailers and shopping centers in Maui County starting today. But this does not mean that people should feel free to congregate, gather in large groups, and ignore social distancing mandates. Unfortunately, we've heard reports about group gatherings, people loitering on the beaches and in parks, and even those that are not wearing masks in public. I know that this has been difficult. People want to get out of their homes and socialize, but if we stop following the social distancing guidelines, we will lose all the progress we have achieved to date. And all of your sacrifices will be meaningless. So please, continue to follow the mandates. Your family, neighbors, and friends are counting on you. Today is also the first day that our legislature is reopening, and I've been working with the legislature, the counties, and my executive departments to consider the best use of the coronavirus relief funds that were provided through the CARES Act. The proposed House Draft 1 of Senate Bill 75 represents the outcome of this effort. The legislature does not need to make an appropriation for these federal funds. However, I felt that it was important to engage the legislative process to facilitate additional discussion and transparency. This will ensure that all parties are accountable for the proper use of the funds in alignment with my priorities. The Coronavirus Relief Fund gave Hawaii $1.25 billion. $862 million was allocated to the state of Hawaii, and $387 million went to the city and county of Honolulu. We all feel that it is important to provide our neighbor islands access to additional funding. This can be used for first responders, contact tracing, testing, emergency medical services, and other direct response activities. And the bill divides approximately $175 million between Kauai, Maui, and Hawaii County. Other aspects of the bill which align with the state priorities include $100 million to be set aside for the Hawaii Emergency Management Agency. This is for COVID-19 response activity and prevention in the event of a surge. $20 million allocated to the Department of Transportation. The bill includes language regarding the use of these funds for thermal screening. I'm also proposing that the language should be expanded to address all traveler-related security enhancements, including thermal screening, safetravels.hawaii.gov, and testing enhancements. The Office of the Governor will be allocated $10 million for the Economic Recovery and Resiliency Navigator Program. $500,000 is set aside for the Department of Health for pandemic planning, and $1.3 million is for the Department of Labor and Industrial Relations Pandemic Unemployment Assistance, or PUA, program. While we are anticipating that the U.S. Department of Labor will pay for the administrative expenses for PUA, the supplemental request is still pending. This appropriation will provide funds to execute contracts needed in a timely manner. We are asking for $2 million for the Department of Human Services for the SNAP program. We are also asking that the remaining balance of $553 million should be kept available to supplement the state unemployment payments instead of being moved to the Emergency Reserve Fund. In order to ensure that all parties are planning to expend funds in compliance with federal requirements and state priorities, All parties appropriated funds will be required to submit a proposed plan of action, including a budget for planned expenditures and monthly reports. This will ensure transparency and accountability for the funds expended. I want to thank the state legislature for working with us and for taking up Senate Bill 75. We look forward to a productive discussion which will ultimately result in getting needed CARES funds to our community. Today, I'm also announcing a program that will help get additional funds to some of our neighbors who have been affected by COVID-19. The Department of Hawaiian Homelands, in partnership with the Aloha United Way, is launching a rental relief program for eligible Native Hawaiian families both on and off the Hawaiian homelands. With me today to provide the details of the program are William Ayla, Chairperson of the Hawaiian Homes Commission, and Norm Baker, Interim President and CEO of Aloha United Way. Things are looking better every day. The results speak for themselves. Hawaii is leading the country in several key metrics, and the number of cases continues to remain low. This has allowed us to begin reopening our economy. People need to go back to work. Businesses need to start up again. We need to move forward, and we are taking these first important steps. But please remember that this will be a careful process. Your health is our highest priority as we make these decisions. And if we see a recurrence of COVID-19, we may need to put some restrictions back in place. So please remain vigilant to keep our community safe. Keep your social distancing. Stay home if you're sick. Wash your hands, wear your masks. And while we encourage you to patronize our newly reopened businesses and get outside to exercise, please remember that it is still safer at home. So please take care of yourself, take care of each other, and most importantly, help take care of our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor. Our next speaker, William Ayla Jr., Chair, Department of Hawaiian Homelands.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Governor Ige, thank you very much for your support of this program and of the Department of Hawaiian Homelands. And thank you very much, Norman, for your support in this partnership. Today, the Department of Hawaiian Homelands COVID-19 Emergency Rental Assistance Program is kicking off. It will provide eligible beneficiaries with rental assistance using $7 million of NAHASDA funding. These funds have been made available through the Native Hawaiian Housing Assistance and Self-Determination Act and other federal laws, including Public Law 115-141 of the Consolidated Appropriations Act of 2018. This act allows, as Governor said earlier, for the spending of NAHASDA both on and off the homelands, which is a very big improvement. During this COVID-19 crisis, the department has been working on other programs to support our beneficiaries. We started by implementing mortgage relief programs for our beneficiaries, and the department is still scheduled to provide and prepare 1,300 lots statewide over the next 5 years for eventual award. So this program, we hope this rental relief program will keep applicant families in a position where they'll be ready to take those 1,300 lots when they become available. To be eligible for the Hawaiian Homes COVID relief package, an applicant must be a Native Hawaiian on the Hawaiian Homelands wait list. They must have experienced a reduction of income or loss of job related to COVID-19. They must have a total household income that does not exceed 80% of the federal median income as defined by the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, or HUD. They must be receiving assistance for the individual's primary residence here in Hawaii, and the maximum monthly rent for the household to pay may not exceed 30% of the family's income. So if you are a landlord, you must be willing to accept those conditions. So no more than 30% of the family's income is eligible to be paid. Of course, if the family's income is zero, as in many of the situations that we have today, the department through Aloha United Way will cover the entire security deposit as well as rent for up to 6 months. To apply for this program, beneficiaries are required to provide a series of documentation to indicate the loss of job or loss of income. Here's where it's really important. 2 months of the most recent pay stubs, 2 years of the most recent federal tax returns, including all forms, schedules, and W-2 forms, 2 months of the most recent bank statements, rental/lease documents, verification if unemployed, that the unemployment was caused by COVID-19, and as applicable, the most recent Social Security benefits letter, retirement statement, financial assistance statement, unemployment benefits statement, any kind of disability statements, and documenting, verifying non-employment status. So it seems like it's onerous, but those are documents that everyone should have that are currently renting from a landlord, and we believe that the benefit to gathering those documents, calling 211, talking to Aloha United Way, is that you will have peace of mind at least for the next 6 months, and with the reopening of the economy, hopefully back at work and making enough to pay your rent and enough to make a living and succeed here in Hawaii. And with that, thank you.
Thank you very much, Chair Ayala. Our final speaker is Norm Baker, Interim President and CEO, Aloha United Way.
Hello, everybody. Thank you very much, Governor Ike, for having us here today. Because Aloha United Way runs the statewide 211 call center, we get nearly every day updates on what the community needs really are. We just look at what the folks are calling when they asking for when they call. And I will tell you that rent assistance right now is out in front of all the other categories of assistance, and this program is particularly well timed. We at Aloha United Way have got a network of agencies that would be providing this assistance across the state. We're very proud to have been operating it already now for about 3 months. Everything is going very well. We're very proud and also very humbled that DHHL has asked us to help them deliver these services to the community. If you're on the wait list and you're renting, call 211 and see if you qualify for this program. Would be more than pleased to help you. Thank you all very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Baker. Now we move on to our question and answer from the media.